Jim Scott earns praise after leaving Liberal View host speechless with undeniable fact. Outnumbered waits in after Sunny Hostin presses Senator Jim Scott to define systemic racism. Outnumbered panelists praised Republican presidential candidate Jim Scott for his phenomenal response to questioning about systemic racism on The View. The View co-host Sunny Hostin pressed Scott to define systemic racism, noting that he was the first African American to be elected to the Senate in the South since Reconstruction. She called Scott and herself the exception but not the rule in America. Scott then reminded Hostin that the US has had an African American president, vice president, and two secretaries of state. That is a dangerous, offensive, disgusting message to send to our young people today that the only way to succeed is by being the exception, Scott said. Outnumbered co-host Emily Compagno described his answer as thoughtful and reasoned and prepared. Kelly McNeil touted Scott's performance and said he came across good-natured and charming while remaining strong in his position. He did so well because he showed up with facts. He is so positive, so optimistic, McEnany said. Sunny Hostin looked at him speechless. Nothing to say because those are facts. Those are undeniable, what he said. Panelists then turned their aim to join BA, who was not present on the Monday morning edition with Scott. Though BA is always off work on Mondays, her absence sparked criticism after her recent claim that Scott doesn't get the systemic racism that minorities in America endure. This is a big deal, Compagno said. This is a sitting senator. He is a presidential candidate. And it's also the subject and the target of much of her ill-founded, absolutely racist, totally nonsensical, fantastical comments about him. So you would think she would make an exception and show up for work. Fox News contributor Guy Benton said, Behair could have benefited from listening and learning from the conversation with Scott, but Fox Business Kennedy said Behair would have been forced to confront the truth. And the truth is her comments were incredibly bigoted and divisive, Kennedy said, and that has become part of the course on The View.